Kia ora whānau. Well, day 2 is over, and what an amazing production you put on today. So happy. I'm in my favourite place at the moment, in the garden just outside room 25. Can you see the kowhai tree? That's my favourite tree in our whole kura. And we've got these lovely harakeke plants growing. See those bees? They are buzzing around, and it makes me think of all the wonderful work you are doing on stage to convey a really great message. Right, we'll start with the positives. So first of all, someone came up to me after the show. Who was it? A lovely Māori lady, and she said, I could watch that over and over again. It's so cool. You know, these people have seen this show for the first time. This is the first time they're seeing it. You've sung it lots and lots and lots, I know, but this is the first time they're seeing it. And it's new for them. They don't know the story, they don't know the songs. So today, for someone to say that today, amazing. They could watch it over and over again. Well done. Someone said they came to the vision meeting about this production, like when I was going to talk about what the show was about. And then they saw today, and they said they didn't think it was going to be this good. So fantastic, that's great feedback also. Someone said to me, this was Deanna, Miss Kyle's mum, said to me, this show should go on in every single primary school in New Zealand. She said it was incredible. Someone else said to me, how do you do this? How do you put on this amazing work with these amazing children? And I basically said, well, you know, it's been a whole village. We've worked together, we've collaborated together to put this on, and you should feel very proud of that. A 3-year-old in the audience, we had little people in the audience today, said to someone, and this was passed on to me, that they were really worried about the trees. They were worried about the trees. That's awesome. And the kindy teacher said they're going to go back to school and start learning about the environment. This is great stuff, guys. This means what we're doing, we're creating art, but we are sending a message, and that's really important. Okay, from me, oh no, there's more from some other people. Taylor, you in the opening, amazing, powerful, wonderful opening waiata and karanga, just incredible. So you stood out for someone today. Someone said they're loving the bird movements in the production. The bird movements. Ryder was picked out from room 7 as being a really great pūkeko character. What else did someone say? Great to see the band really enjoying themselves. What else? Subtleties. Good to see the subtleties in the show. The little moments that aren't focus moments, aren't key moments, but they are coming through loud and clear. People staying in character. Mariah as the teacher always has such an amazing smile and is always so positive as a teacher. So that's really cool that that's coming through. Jaden and Dayton, you could feel your pain today. It was wonderful. Really came through strongly. So feel proud about that message is coming through. Another cool thing that was mentioned is that, excuse me, room 22, when they left and went back to get changed, was singing the songs, still singing the songs, so that the wairoa is carrying on through after we've finished into the classroom. Great. So a few recommendations from me and from others. The kitchen door is being used a lot and letting the light in, so we need to be mindful of that kitchen door. When there is applause and when there's laughter in an audience, it's really important as a performer just to pause, stay in character, but just pause and let that laughter and let that applause die down a bit, because what will happen is the next line you say will be lost. So just make sure that you're waiting patiently, staying in character for that line to be heard. So wait for the applause to stop. Uriah. Not enough pain, not enough anguish, not enough hurt. Yeah, your speech needs to be like, I don't know, super strong, and really own that you are in pain. Remember, you're not you, you're playing a character. Koka was beautiful sunshine in the Papatuanuku character space. So Koka, become a Papatuanuku. If you're going to sit there, put on your outfit and sing with the Wahine Toa. What else? Oh, there is a few things that are really starting to creep in, which we don't want to creep in. Just misbehaving backstage. I think I saw a fight break out on stage. Yeah, not good. You know, these people, as I said earlier, are seeing the show for the first time. What impression do you want to give them? You want to give them a really good impression. You don't want them to go away and say, oh, I saw this show today, but yeah, then halfway through this guy was fighting another guy, and then there were some kids whistling at the end when they were supposed to be clapping the other performers, or just sitting patiently and waiting for their turn to stand up for the applause. We don't whistle and carry on like that. We're all part of the performing base, so we should not be clapping each other. Actually, we should be letting the audience clap us. Yeah, don't clap for each other. We know we're good. We know we've done a good job. We don't have to do that for each other. Let the audience give us the accolade. Don't whistle and don't carry on like that. There was a couple, and I noticed them from where I was sitting, of Papatuanuku who weren't even singing. Sad. It's really sad. Because that's letting everybody down. You're on display all the time. On the whole though, today's show was really, really good. A really great second show. And remember, I said that, the second show is generally a show that goes down. Well, for me, the show went up. And we got it recorded again today. So when we do the recording, we're going to have Charlie and Rose and Te Ahua and Aotea sort of edited into the whole thing, so that everyone's represented in the production. This play is a really important message. It has a really important conservation message about how we've got to do something. We've got to do something to protect our forests and look after our environment, and we've got to do something about not using so much plastic. We've got to do something about not throwing things away, and recycling things and reusing things, and think differently about the world we live in, because you guys, your children and your children's children and your children's children's children are going to be affected if we don't. So think about that. And as I walked to class today, this sort of thing, lying around in the garden, this blowing around in the garden, this blowing around in the breeze. Well, where does this end up? It ends up in the ocean, because it blows into a river, the river flows into the ocean, it ends up in the ocean, the fish start eating it. When it breaks down, the fish start eating it, we eat the fish, we get horrible diseases from this stuff. But it's not just about us, it's about our whole planet. The whales, the fish, the birds, the trees, everything. So we need to start doing more. So think about that, think about the message we're sending, and think about the plastic you use on a daily basis and what happens to it when you're finished with it. We eat our chicken chips, that lasts probably, 2-3 minutes to eat a chicken chips, and then what happens to this? Maybe it would be better to buy a big bag of chips and then put them into a small container and bring those to school rather than having a little bag of chips. Just think about that stuff. Okay, have a great show tomorrow. Love you all. Bye.